The third rule of ARIA is that interactive components must be keyboard accessible. This is probably one of the easiest to understand. We must be able to use our websites with only a keyboard. What's important to know for developers is that we need to use standard keystrokes pretty much all the time. The first one to know is Tab. You should be able to reach everything within the website using Tab. Also, Shift Tab should go backwards through the website. Both directions are important to test for, as I have seen some developers who have broken the website on Shift Tab. The next one is Escape. This is how we close or leave things. For example, a modal window that has appeared. We should be able to exit it by clicking on Escape. Also, for submenus, especially mega menus, we need to be able to close them via the Escape key. The next one is Spacebar. Spacebar activates buttons. Buttons are different from links. Enter activates both buttons and links. The difference between the two: a button performs an action, a link goes to a location. For example, a button would open a submenu, open a modal, or submit a form. A link goes to a location. So it could be a jump link that scrolls down the page to a specific spot on the page, or it could be a link that goes to a new location. Finally, the arrow keys. These are used most often on radio buttons, but they're also frequently used on menus, tabs, and other items. Whenever possible, we want to use our semantic elements, as this gives us a whole lot less JavaScript. If we try and code everything up with divs, we are going to need a ton of JavaScript to handle all of that interaction. If we just use the default semantic elements like buttons, links, and inputs, all of that is handled for us by the browser, and we just have to verify that it's actually working. Speaking of buttons, this is a really important note for developers. Buttons kill child semantics. So here I have an example of a heading 3 with a button inside it, and then the label question. This would commonly be used for an accordion or a frequently asked questions module. This is the correct way to code it. I have seen, however, a lot of developers who have put button and then tried to put their heading inside of the button. Unfortunately, this kills the semantics of the heading, and the heading is completely lost. So remember, buttons are always the innermost element. And finally, a quick note to say avoid custom keystrokes. WCAG 214 says that if you create a custom keystroke, then you must be able to have it turned off or remapped. This is because people have tons of their own tools installed on their websites with all sorts of custom keystrokes, and we don't want to override or interfere with what they're already using. When Deque did a study of 13,000 pages, only 3 of them had issues with this custom keystroke. So custom keystroke mapping, actually needing to do that, is extremely rare. So just don't do it with your applications. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, a share, and subscribe to the channel for more information on web accessibility.